Hello everyone, welcome back to Mary's Plans and Budgets, and today we are doing a budget closeout, and I'm just gonna add these numbers with you guys real quick. And we are gonna start here with our April income. And to just make this video short, I already took notes of everything and I made my numbers here in my notebook separately. So our income in total, if you add everything up, it was $7,763 with 78. That was our income. Then our mortgage was actually $1,149 with 88. Our utility was $101 with 88. Car loan, it is $690 with 85. Upgrade loan is a personal loan that me and my husband have, and it's $1,019 with 05. Our car insurance was not $130, it was $128 with 17. Our phone bill was not $272, it was actually less, $240 with 58. I just like to do it on the highest amount and not in the lowest amount, just in case if it's high, then I have it enough. But me and my husband have not been using like our data phone as much, so once you don't use too much data or you don't pass the data that you have, then they just pretty much lower it, they don't keep it high. Then our internet was actually sorry, I have to go back here, that's the only one I forgot to write down. 104 with 58. So I have it right here in my transaction log. This is the account that my husband has, or we put all the money into, and I use my transaction log to just keep up with it in one page instead of scrolling through my phone and looking through something. Then I have both pages to know what happened throughout the month and what came out and what I have it pretty much color categorized. So purple are my bills, browns are like spending, like I sent my brother $10 from that cushion, and then I sent him 100 from that cushion, and then he gave me back that 100, and so on and so forth. And then Bernie's paycheck, pretty much my husband's paycheck, that's where it goes through, and then I take out whatever I have to take out when cash stuffing come out, so that is that. Then I also have the gray is my subscriptions, and the reds are actually my debt wise, what comes out of debt. Then I also have here that how much I put for April, pretty much from the bills binder I put everything all in, and so that is pretty much for May. And then the ending balance of the month is $3,140 with 49, and that is our starting balance for May, and that is going to be our pretty much our April rollover for May. So that is it. And then we have Terminex. Terminex was $116 with 64. Then our credit cards was actually $180 instead of $267. Then I also have subscriptions, and subscription was higher, it was $74 with 96, just because I did have a few of my subscriptions that I didn't anticipate for, which was for the Toyota one, which was $8. Then I have this $10 ones from my husband, I forgot what was it. Then I also have his Scentsbird. It's like they send you sample perfumes every month, I think, and he forgot to cancel it, so they charge. I just told him it's fine to let it charge this month, but if he wants to cancel it, then he cancel it. If he wants to keep it, to let me know if he's gonna keep it. Then I have my Patreon that I did for Miss Carla May stickers, and then they took away the coffee one, but she did end up giving us back to us like she had said. And that is pretty much it. So we have that, and our total here, it was supposed to be $3,602 with a 1, but I forgot to add the internet, so I'm gonna add that right now, plus 104 with 58 equals 3,706 with 59. So that was, we budgeted for 3,945 with 78, but we ended up with 3,706 with 59. So I think that is really good for us as well. Then we have our variable expenses here, and that is our groceries, allowance, babysitter, gas, kid savings, and sinking funds. So we ended up we did put in our cash envelopes 480, but we ended up spending 436 with 72. And I get that number because I do keep track of my spending here. Besides here, I usually do my weekly check-in, so I just get from week 1 here, which is from the 3rd to the 9th, and I see what I bought, and I went to Walmart twice, and then so I add those two up, and then I get the amount here on groceries and so on and so forth. Give me 1 second, guys, my son's calling me. I'll be back. Okay guys, I'm back. I'm sorry, my son was calling me. Then we have our allowance, and allowance total was 320. I did increase some of our allowance at the end. If you see my expense pages here, then you go to my husband's and mine's. I did give us 30 in 2 weeks, and then I gave us 50 in paycheck 4. So I did increase it a little bit just because we just needed that amount. Babysitter was supposed to be 240, but it was actually 160. 160, I'm sorry. The gas, I do put gas every week, $60. Every week is $60 in gas. So it'll be in total, it'll be $240. But I use my credit card, and at the end of the month, I just pay it back. But how I keep also track is right here in my monthly, and I use a specific color here. So I have gas here on the 9th, and then I didn't pump gas on the 2nd week of April, and then on my 3rd week of April I pumped again on the 22nd, but then in my 4th week I didn't pump. So I did that. So that means that for our gas was actually $80 with 87. Then kid savings, instead of 120, we actually did 123. So that is good. And the only reason why was because in my paycheck 3 it was pretty low, so I was only able to stuff my expenses and some of the essentials that I needed, and then I just put $1 on each of my kids' savings. So then we have sinking funds, and if you go to my sinking funds here from paycheck 1 through 4, I did add these totals up, and it was equal to 684. So 684 for the sinking funds, and I did budget 500 for it. So we turned out really good for our sinking funds. It was 184 more. So now we are gonna total this up. And I'm actually gonna add that with you guys because I don't think I added it here correctly. Let me check. 436.72 plus 320 plus 160 plus 80.87 plus 123 plus 684 equals, actually I did it correct then, 1,804 with 59. So I was supposed to have 1,860, but that extra 60 or 50 something went actually into a little bit of paying back pretty much. And that is pretty much it for that. And then we're gonna total this up. So fixed was 3,706 with 59, and variable was 1,804 with 59. And all we're gonna do is add these two numbers up, which is 3,706.59 plus 1,804 with 59 equals 5,511 with 18. So the total at the end, it was supposed to be 5,805 with 78, but it turned out to be 5,511 with 18 total. So that is really good. It was low, which we want to maintain the lowest amount we could. And I think it's only because of our groceries. As you can see, it was 480 and we did 436. So that was really good. Then also in babysitter, we were supposed to do 240, but we did 160, and keeping that low is always good. And keeping gas low as well was pretty good. Instead of 240, we did 80. So that's pretty amazing once again. And I think that is pretty much it for that. So we're gonna put income here real quick. 7,763 with 78. And then we're gonna count debt. I am so happy that we were able to pay 2 credit cards here. And I also still have, I'm waiting for some of the credit cards to, have you guys seen my cash unstuffing video? I put a lot of money into my account, and it was supposed to be for to pay off the credit cards and to pay off the credit cards I had used, because I am a cash budgeter, but I also use a credit card and I pay myself back. If you come see to my spending tracker, I use the spending, and then whatever is in C and red, that means I use my credit card, and whatever is on pink and checked off, that means I paid myself back. So I pretty much paid that back. And then so I needed some things to process before I did an extra payment on my Home Depot. So I think that's gonna be different. But I think I'm gonna do the Home Depot extra payment. I'm just gonna roll it over, and it's gonna be until next month where I put that extra income. It was like only $36 left in that account that I paid off all the credit cards, and I paid off the credit cards I had used, and I paid myself back for that. I paid everything off, and what was left was about $36. So what I'm gonna do is take it out and put it in my debt snowball next week when I get paid. So those $36 that was left, I'm gonna put it in my debt snowball so that I could pay that Home Depot card as well. So they'll be added into next month instead of right now and getting me confused, or getting us confused. So 711.50 plus 420.96 equals 1,132 with 46 is what we actually put in our debt, extra payment of debt. So 1,132 with 46 is what we added to our debt. And As you can see here, when I did my debt, when I did my expenses, and when I added money to my debt, it was 500, and my paycheck 2 was 280, and when I received my paycheck 4, it was 200. But like I said, if you watch my cash and stuffing video, you could see that I put 60 here, so that's 240 in my gas, but I only needed 80. So whatever I had left, I put everything else into my debt snowball. I rolled it over to debt snowball, and that's how I was able to accumulate more than what I had. It's because whatever I had left from everything else, I pretty much rolled over to debt snowball. And you guys can see that in my cash and stuffing video that was in my previous video. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is do my kids' savings right here, what I have for my savings, and I'm gonna count that with you guys real quick just to see the balance and the difference. So I have Hades here, and we're gonna do 1, 2, 200, 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 95, 96. So Haiti has 296. I am so sorry. I know I keep interrupting, but now we're gonna do my son, and my son has 100, 20, 40, 60, 81. So 181. And I still have my 1,000 in my emergency fund envelope, and it is back here, and we're gonna count that real quick. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1,000. And I'm thinking of ordering some of those 1K slips. And I mean, I don't mind having the money here, but I do have it as an emergency, so I have it in here. And my husband, a while back, when I was first cash stuffing and not filming, he had bought me this safe, and it's like fireproof and waterproof, and I put those envelopes in there, and it's kept safe in my house. So that's why I don't mind having the cash. But I'm not quite sure. I just like to keep the 1,000 cash in case there's an emergency, then I need cash right away, and I could just take it to my bank, and if I need to use my bank, then I'll just take it to the bank and use it, and pretty much that's it. So we're gonna subtract these to see the difference and how much we actually put in there. So 296 minus 220 equals, and I'm gonna do it with this one, it was a plus 76. Then I have 181 minus 134 equals a plus 47. So we are good, and right here it was just, we didn't subtract or add it, so that's good. And now we're just gonna add 296 plus 181 plus 1,000 equals 1,477. That we have saved up for my emergency fund and both my kids' savings. So that is really good how we have our little savings still growing slowly but surely. It's growing just because, like I said, I am prioritizing my debt before anything else. And then for savings, I think last month I did my savings as my sinking funds all together. So I'm gonna check that real quick just to make sure. Yes, so I did my savings and my sinking funds all together. So I'm just gonna do that with you guys real quick once again, and just to make sure I do have my kits already. So it's 296. I'm getting so confused. Then 181. And then I'm going to do the 1,000 for emergency. And now we're gonna do the other ones real quick. Equals 2,470. That is our total for our sinking funds. Ending balance is 2,470. So in this envelope I have in this binder I have 2,470 in here. So that is pretty good. We did increase in here, as you guys can see. We did have somewhat of an increase, about maybe $500, I believe, around there, maybe, or maybe less, I'm not quite sure. And so that is pretty much it. This is how I end my budget, pretty much. Just keeping track of my debt, my savings, my fixed expenses, my variables, my income here, my expenses, my sinking funds, and just keeping track of my paychecks here and what has to get paid during that pay period. When I receive my paychecks, I have all of my bills where they come out, and then my spending tracker here. So it is, as you guys can see, I try not to spend too much, and I'm gonna do the same for May. I'm keeping it very, very low as I possibly can. So that is very good. So savings total, it is going to be 2,470. So as you guys can see, our income and our expenses here was pretty much right on, and we did put a lot into our debt, and we did have some savings accumulated. So that is a really good month. We had an amazing month, and it's just pretty much, honestly, keeping track of your budget and planning ahead. Honestly, when I do my plans with me, I feel like it helps me to just know what's gonna happen upcoming and what I need to get done. Even though I sometimes unexpected things do happen, we still have to maintain our expenses. So honestly, we don't go out as much, so we didn't use a lot of the car, but I do work every single day. I only have one day off out of the month, so that was good. I only have one day off. I am pretty much busy most of the time. I did have a few no spend days. As you guys can see, I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 no spend days. Out of 30 days, I had 17 no spend days. So that is pretty amazing. Like I said, I do have a grocery budget that I like to keep. I only buy my essentials. I always do my grocery planning, and I do my grocery prep. So I do my meal plan, and I do my meal prep. My meal planning consists of, I look at my refrigerator and see what I need and what I don't need, and see what I could use still. And then in my meal prepping, I just pretty much maintain the meals that I'm gonna eat throughout the week. And I like to cook once a week, so I cook every Friday morning so that I could have all the way up to Thursday. And then I'll do groceries that Thursday or Friday morning and do it again. I'll meal prep again on Friday morning, and then I'll have meals, and I don't have to technically go out. So that is pretty much it. And yes, sometimes we do go out. As you guys can see, I did have McDonald's with 36 with 57, and I did had an eating out 120 with 58, but that was our anniversary date. And here it was just because it was something that my kids wanted, so I figured I could give that to them. So that is pretty much it. As you guys can see, I do have some birthdays that came out. I did have to get some dog food, and pretty much for my pets, and that is pretty much it. We did everything that we could, and here are my goals. I did spend less, So I'm pretty happy about that. I did pay off 2 credit cards. I did increase my income and I did increase my saving. So I'm pretty exciting how it went. Actually, let's do this together real quick. We're gonna check our credit score and see how it ended before I end this video. And I did just do credit wise just because I don't know really how to check my credit score except for this app that I use from Credit Wise, I think it's called. And woohoo, it increased by 2 points. So we ended at 739 for our credit score. So that's really good. I'm excited about that. So we are done here for our budget closeout. I hope you guys had an amazing day today, and I'm sorry for uploading these videos late, but if you guys follow me on Instagram, I work every single day, and sometimes like I said before, I know I keep mentioning it, but I do work 2 jobs, and sometimes I have to go to my job. Like on one day I'll go to both of them, so it makes it difficult to keep up with my videos, but I try to still film it and post them, and I haven't had time to link up every thing I use here, but I'm trying my best to link them up. But so far our month went pretty amazing for April. I hope you guys had also an amazing April budget. So once again, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you guys like these type of videos, I do budgeting and planning videos. I do a lot of cash stuffing videos, and I added my actual budgets and I added a cash and stuffing. So if you guys enjoy these videos, please like and subscribe. If you guys would love to join this little planning and budgeting family we have here, I would really love to have you guys. And that is pretty much it for today's video. I'll just thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.